What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and in the comment section of one of my recent videos, someone asked this question. They asked me if I think the Rings of Power is too big to fail. Now that is an extremely complicated question. It seems simple, but my answer to that question has many layers to it, if you will. Let me start by saying that the Rings of Power already failed in the eyes of true Tolkien fans. Ever since the first trailer, and matter of fact, ever since the show was announced, it already failed because we already knew what they were going to do to the show. So yeah, the show was already dead on arrival for Tolkien fans. However, Tolkien fans won't be the target audience for this show. You know, when Amazon bought the rights to this, when Amazon first worked on this show, they kept talking about how they wanted their own Game of Thrones, their own Game of Thrones. In fact, I've heard more talk about Game of Thrones since they made the show than talk about Tolkien. So when they made this show, they made it with Game of Thrones fans in mind. They didn't make it with Tolkien in mind. They made it to appeal to an audience that was already out there that had nothing left to watch because, you know, Game of Thrones is over. Now, I know there's a new series out right now and people are liking it and some people are hating it. I don't watch Game of Thrones at all. But they're looking to capitalize on that audience. So I do believe that some of that audience may transfer over, but how sustainable is that? Also, we have to take into account the fact that Amazon is unlike any other streaming service. I mean, when you really compare Amazon to the other streaming services, you don't really hear much about Amazon. There's a lot of talk about Netflix and Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max. No one ever talks about Amazon Prime Video. And that's probably because a lot of people have it and don't even realize they have it. I've had Amazon for so long and I never even knew that I had Amazon Prime Video and I could just watch that, you know, a whole streaming service that I could just watch for free because I never cared because there was never anything good on there anyway. But you see, when this Rings of Power show drops, it's going to gauge a lot of interest. You know, people are going to be interested in watching it who know a little bit about Lord of the Rings. Fantasy fans, Game of Thrones fans are going to want to see what it's like. And Tolkien fans are going to be there to make fun of it. We're going to meme it to high hell. But, you know, personally, I'm putting on my eye patch and I'm setting sail on the high seas, arr, arr, matey, to watch this show. And I hope others do as well. We need to not support this at all. But you see, with Amazon, it doesn't have to rely on new people signing up for their service to watch this show because damn near everyone already has Amazon Prime. I could count on one hand how many people don't have Amazon Prime in America. Literally, like, the audience is already there. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't believe for 1 second that thousands of people, millions of people, hundreds of people are all gonna, oh my God, the Rings of Power is out. Let's go sign up for Amazon Prime. No, those people are already gonna have Amazon. And when this show comes out, you know, curiosity killed the cat. A lot of people are going to go watch it because, hey, it's free. I don't have to sign up for anything new. I don't really have to do anything. It's just here at the palm of my hands. It's free, and people like free stuff. So in many ways, this show is almost set up not to fail. But how sustainable is that? You know, to make the most expensive TV show of all time, you're going to need, and to have it stretch for over 5 seasons, because that's the plan right now, you're going to need sustainability. You know, the initial interest of people coming in to see how things look and to make fun of it, that's going to go away if this show stretches for 5 seasons. You can't have this expensive of a TV show on a platform that people aren't even signing up for to watch it and just sustain this for years on end without having a baked-in audience. You know what I mean? And with Tolkien, they already had a baked-in audience, but unfortunately, they didn't want that audience. They hated that audience. They think that audience is bad people because they want Amazon to stay true to Token's lure. So they've already abandoned their core audience. And what they're looking to do here now is to form a new core audience. And who's that audience going to be? The only people that I see supporting the show are anime profile pic people on Twitter. New Twitter accounts that were created last week with their profile picture as Galadriel in armor, even though she never did that in the books. Bot accounts. They have nuked their core audience. And you see, to sustain a TV show like this for so long, you're going to have to make money on different fronts, not just from the TV show. You're going to have to sell products. And there has been a total lack of Rings of Power merchandise in every store that you look around. Now, I know Token did not like the commercialization of his books, and I understand that, but Amazon does not care about that one bit. Amazon is just scared. The reason why there isn't Rings of Power action figures and Funko Pops and t-shirts lining every store shelf right now is because they're scared because of the reaction to this show. And you cannot sustain a show this expensive for 5 years or however long they want to go without making money on those different fronts. So if they don't have that core audience that is not only watching the show, but going out and buying the products and doing whatever they can to support it, then there's no way that they could sustain making $1 billion TV shows. There's just no way in hell they could do it. Now, of course, it's Jeff Bezos, it's Amazon. I've made it clear in past videos that I no longer think that all of this woke stuff that they're doing to movies, I don't think that they're even caring about the profit right now. The message is more important than the profit. But how long can you carry that out? How long can you sit here and watch your franchise burn into the ground, only concerned about getting across messages and not concerned about making profit? I know a lot of people expect this show to debut to nothing but crickets, but that's not going to be the case. People already have Amazon, so it's not going to be hard for them to just go check it out. Token fans are going to be checking it out regardless because we all want to make fun of it. So I don't believe that it's just going to be an instant failure for general audiences, but it's already a failure for Token fans. And that's why Amazon has been going so hard over the past couple of months to just try to shoo Token fans away. Get out of here, Token fans. Get away from the Token show. Get away from the Rings of Power. You have no business here. You shall not pass. That's what they're doing to Token fans because they want to shake us off. They want to get rid of us because they don't want us spreading the message and spreading the word. They don't want general audiences who don't know about Token's lure to realize that they butchered Token's lure and that they disrespected him. That's why it's important for us to keep spreading the word, because what they want to do is they want to replace Token, and they want to replace Token's fandom with a new fandom of SJWs who don't care about the characters. They only care about, oh, look, it's a non-binary black elf and he's chilling on a treetop with a Frodo, man. That's so cool. That's the type of people that they're trying to cater to. They want to get rid of people like you and like me as quickly as possible, but we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay right here, and we're going to fight the good fight, and we're going to call them out every step of the way as they try to just mud stomp, just straight up mud stomp all over Token's legacy. We're not going to let that happen. I've educated plenty of people on the fact that Amazon is shady and that Amazon is doing shady stuff with this show. I know there are tons of other people out here spreading the message as well, and you should as well. Because people need to know why these big companies are doing this. They're not doing it because they care about anyone. They're doing it because they want to force everyone into one way of thinking, and they want to destroy all of our hobbies, everything that we enjoyed and loved. They want us to feel like we are cornered into a corner and that we can't escape their SJW BS. But as far as the Rings of Power being too big to fail, like I said, it already failed in the eyes of Token fans. However, I do think that it will come out and it will be slightly successful, but I do not think for 1 second that they will be able to sustain that. To sustain that, you would have to build an audience, and you already lost the audience of Tolkien fans, so you don't have much to work with here. You know, you could have the fake hype on Twitter with your Twitter bots and your anime profile pics, but that doesn't translate over into the real world. So we're going to continue making fun of this show. I want you all to continue calling it out as well. But I want you right now, down in the comments below, let me know, is Amazon's The Rings of Power too big to fail? I want to know your answer, and I want to know why you feel that way. I am extremely interested in hearing what you all have to say. But while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.